Please, welcome. This is a channel that I'm putting together to give my perspective of contemporary news, and of course their headlines. I think the media across the board is full of shit. And I want to objectify the ridiculous nature of striving for the low-hanging fruit and constant pandering to idiots. Let us begin. All right, let's see what we got here for the headlines. Oh boy. South Korean currency tumbles as unconfirmed reports indicate that North Korea's Kim Jong-un is seriously ill. So, I mean, South Korea's currency going down because of his illness. They either have a lot of money staked in his health, or they're worried the military is just going to fucking bomb everybody as soon as they have no leader. It seems really hard to kind of believe that, but hey, whatever. Here we go. President Trump to suspend immigration to U.S. due to coronavirus. In other news, this is about to be the hottest nightclub that you can't get into since 2010. Oh, here we go. Family members of 4 killed in Kobe Bryant crash sue helicopter company. And then this Yahoo Sports, families of Kobe Bryant crash victims join Vanessa Bryant, sue helicopter company. So, I mean, wasn't there like nine people that died in that? Or are the other 5 families just like, nah, we're good, bro. We don't think that there's anything worth suing. Which leaves the question, why are the other 4 families suing? Like, what did the helicopter have to do with it? Wasn't it the pilot flying too low and too fast in really extremely foggy conditions? Why doesn't anybody sue him? So they say the 2 lawsuits were filed electronically on Sunday. That Island Express Helicopter Inc. and its owner, Island Express Holding Corp., was negligent and careless, which is the behavior that led to the substantial reason to the crash. Plaintiffs John and Alexis Alto Bailey, whose parents and sister were killed, they've suffered economic and non-economic damages as a result of the company's alleged carelessness, according to the lawsuit. In February, a preliminary investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board found no signs of engine failure. Attorneys for Vanessa Bryant filed a wrongful death lawsuit in February on the same day memorial services held for her daughter. Like, I feel awful for her, her situation, but I'm really not sure what they're suing for here. I mean, other than the fact that they can and probably will get away with it, just because the country's empathy towards their situation might have been a little bit stronger if it wasn't for the whole COVID thing, killing tens of thousands of people. But hey, here we are. Maryland obtains 500,000 coronavirus tests from South Korea. I mean, that's pretty good, right? The whole state, are they going to just take it all for themselves? Are these tests any easier? So here it says Maryland, they obtained the 500,000 from South Korea following weeks of negotiation. So they're haggling price or something. Some Republican governors said on Monday that it raised questions about the governors circumventing the federal government to obtain medical equipment. I mean, folks, let's be honest here. If you need medical equipment, why? What do you mean this raises questions about circumventing the federal government? Why can't they just get as many possible tests and other ventilators as they can get their hands on? Who cares if they're going on the federal government? The operation was done in secret, a stark go-around of Trump, who has contradicted his own remarks on states' dependency on the federal government to improve national testing deficits. I mean, again, why do they use the language done in secret and a stark go-around of Trump? I mean, they're just trying to get more tests. It's like the federal government says we can get you 10, and they say, cool, thanks, but they can get 100 more. I mean, why not? And if the state's paying for it, what does the federal government care? Trump then attacked Hogan for securing tests, saying he could have saved a lot of money. He needed to get a little knowledge that would have been helpful. So, I mean, ultimately, it's just coming down to Trump basically saying, I could have saved you a few bucks if you waited. But it sounds like Maryland is just like, it's not worth the wait. So we'll just get him now. The governor later tweeted, I am grateful for President Trump for sending us a list of federal labs and generously offering Maryland use of them for COVID testing. Accessing these federal labs will be critical for utilizing the 500,000 tests we have acquired for South Korea. So, I mean, is Trump trying to help or not here? I'm grateful to the president for sending us a list of federal labs and generously offering Maryland use of them. I guess, but why is the word grateful and generously, like, I mean, how much of that dick do you got to suck? Virgin Australia collapses as virus wipes out global air travel. I mean, so that's the Richard Branson guy, right? His airline went under. I don't think it did so well anyways. But I guess it was something. Facebook gaming is here, but who is it for? Oh man. What could we really wonder what this could be for? Old people, young people, black people, white people, green people, like oh man. This is a real mystery on this one, guys. This was a longer read than I want, but it's all summarized here. In conclusion, although the gaming community is huge and encompasses every type of person, products made for people who play games often succeed when they're tailored to the specific habits. It's unclear how the lowest common denominator platform can boost Facebook's gaming presence, but in the meantime, I'll be on the hunt for better meme groups. Oh, God. I can't. My eyes are rolling so bad right now. Entertainment articles are always just a golden treat. It's like walking down the sidewalk and finding not only a stick of gum that's perfectly wrapped, but also a dollar bill, just an inch away from it. Right when you think you're having a good day, you remember that both of those items are completely worthless. What Meghan Markle, is it Merkel or Markle? I'm going to say Markle. What Meghan Markle's text to her dad say? I mean, what do any daughters text to their dad say? Either I love you or get the fuck out of my life. I hate you. So, let's go ahead and dive a little deeper here, folks. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Fuck that. Meghan Markle and Harry continue their good deeds in Los Angeles, delivering food to people in need. The formal royal couple are blasted by press for stories they call distorted, false, and invasive beyond reason. God, look at all these other articles talking about it. Yeah, People, Sky News Australia, Showbiz Cheat Sheet, and CNN. I mean, come on, guys. How do you sit there and feel good about investigating this stuff and then publishing it? Meghan Markle has clearly had a disastrous effects on Prince Harry. Sky News Australia. Aren't they owned by Britain? I mean, I know you guys aren't owned by it, but you're owned by Great Britain. Meghan Markle and Queen Elizabeth, their relationship in photos is probably what you'd expect. Two women walking together side by side down hallways, in cars, outside of cars, maybe even in more crowded public events like at a dinner. Dare I say a theater? Oh, here we go. We got them sitting next to each other in good royal poses. Man, I want to know who the guy that instructs people that are non-royal how to sit in a royal manner. Just what kind of title is that? The Royal Posturer. Meghan to attend the royal family's Christmas celebration. Here we go. We got more people walking. You barely can see her in this one, but sure, why not? Was that the only photo you could have grabbed out of it? If the Queen's wearing an orange trench coat, who is dared allowed the pink trench coat? I mean, I don't know my royalty family here, but I guess she would have to be pretty high up in the family to be able to contend with the great orange coat in public, And then you got, was that Meghan back there with a gray, those guys who flash kids in the park? She's wearing one of those coats. We got them standing next to each other in more photos. Man, this is about as generic as closing your eyes and watching The Rock and fight in a fight scene in like a dozen movies and trying to guess what movies those are from. You won't be able to guess it. And it's like these photos. They just have different attires on, and they smile, and they're kind of in different areas. This looks like some Game of Thrones shit going on. This looks like whenever Marjorie was, giggling with the queen to get her way. And obviously, the Game of Thrones style strategy doesn't work these days, but I'm sure there must still be some of it in the courts of England. And this picture is evidence of it. I mean, look at the lady in the back. That could be a guy, but I think it's a lady. She knows everything. Somebody needs to question her. That face looks menacing. Oh, yeah, this is the One World Together at Home special. All the best moments from Lady Gaga, Beyonce, and more. This was that celebrity event that everyone's praising. Just weeks after selfie celebrity event where they sang a song. What was that? The Wonder Woman and Mark Ruffalo and all those guys, they sang the song, and the internet blew up in vomit. They were like, oh, God, look at these rich celebrities trying to make us feel better. And then you got One World. And this gets praised out the wazoo. Like, I just don't get the mob mentality of the internet sometimes. God, I endured 8 grueling hours of Lady Gaga's concert, so you didn't have to. I mean, it's a video, and I'm not going to watch it, but 8 hours. That's an entire workday, plus breaks. I doubt it was Lady Gaga singing the whole time. This is why I truly hate headlines sometimes. Astronomers discover planet that never was. Is that like a fairy tale of what was once there? I mean, you can just say, a more accurate headline, but I'm going to click on it to save everyone here. Oh, man, look at those sweeping visuals. No, it's so crazy. Oh, here we go. But that planet that was photographed by the Hubble Space Telescope was actually a cloud of dust. They suspect it was the aftermath of a collision between 2 icy comets about 125 miles wide. So, dust clouds from 125-mile wide comets leads people to think that it was a planet that wasn't there. But what the astronomers spotted was almost as amazing. A collision between 2 comets, an event so rare it occurs once every 200,000 years. I mean, in space-time, that's like 5 minutes, so that sounds like that happens a lot. I mean, considering most events take millions of years, or even billions. Mark Zuckerberg. How data can aid the fight against COVID-19. I like how just a year or two ago, the whole world was seemingly anti-Mark Zuckerberg and his data collection. And now he's outspoken. He's like, I can use your data to fight against COVID-19. Just give it to me. Give me all your data. All your data belongs to me. It's like a monster that eats data, and he just wants more and more.